Welcome to REV'N News. I'm Mike, and this is Joe, your REV'N News hosts.
REV'N News is your weekly automotive news source, delivering highlights on the latest products in the market and the industry's top movers and shakers. At REV'N News, we cover anything that revs.
And this week, it's our SEMA Show Preview Special, the largest gathering of automotive aftermarket businesses from around the world.
We're going to give you a sneak peek at what new products and project cars the manufacturer is going to be bringing out. We'll also take a look at the events that consumers can attend and enjoy, like SEMA Ignited and the awesome SEMA Cruise, which is the mega cruise and car show after party where consumers, manufacturers, and the world's best custom car builders all come together under the lights of Las Vegas.
Every year, companies ramp up to make a big splash at the SEMA show. And with over 2,000 exhibitors and 140,000 attendees, having a high-profile, attention-grabbing feature vehicle in their booth is a proven, surefire way to attract buyers and potential customers.
In our booth this year, we're looking at having possibly 4 vehicles. We're going to have our 2014 Ford Raptor, which is our current line. We'll have 2 Jeeps. One's fairly mild, one's we call Dozer, a big yellow Jeep, with all of our new parts on it. And then we'll have a 2015 F-150 as well, with our new Desert Series parts on it.
So we have 2 cars that are coming to the SEMA show with us this year. We have Rywire's Integra GT3 RS, which is going to be a pretty top-of-the-line Acura Integra build. We also have a 997 GT3 RS that's matching the Integra. We have about 10 new products that are going to be on display. A lot of them are going to be similar to this, which are radiators with built-in oil coolers. No one's ever done it before. You know, when we show up to the SEMA show, it's all about getting press and buzz, and we really want to come and show people what we're really all about, and that's about new products that no one's ever seen.
Absolutely, and we're going to do something this year. We're going to bring a car that basically gets your attention first and foremost. It's awfully hard, to be honest, to display brake lines on a car. So we want a car that will get attention when they walk in the booth and then allow us to show the performance features and benefits of going with the Teflon line over the rubber hose that came on the car.
Yes, of course. I mean, in the aftermarket segment, I mean, that's what we focus on. So we love project cars. And we also love our American muscle and American heritage. So we have a 1966 Ford Bronco. We've been working on for about 3 years now. It's a slow build, but we want to make sure it's nice and proper. It's very nice. We have it up on some larger tires, 38-inch tires. We're running the 5.0 Coyote motor, so it's kind of a retro custom job that's actually absolutely amazing. We've done a couple shows with it this year with really good response. So we're hoping to debut it here very soon at one of the largest shows of the year, and then that'll let us get on to our next project car.
Well, as you know, the biggest show of the year is SEMA, and we have some fantastic stuff coming. Obviously, we get to talk about all these great products all day long, and with consumers and when I say consumers, the guys that are pushing the products on the front lines, and we like those guys. And we've got an exciting new build coming. We've got a Jeep base. We've put all of the latest and greatest on it, but we also have some top secret stuff that we're going to unveil there that it's pretty exciting, and we're going to change the way the world looks at round LED lighting.
Well, we're going to have the CUDA, our McLeod product, Project 70 Hemi CUDA that was in the show last year. It's also going to be again this year. It's going to be in one of the booths of one of the magazines. It's going to have it in the booth on the floor, and hopefully we'll run the funny car, have a lot of success with it, and then drag it over Sunday night after we win, hopefully, and we'll have it in the SEMA show for the folks to see that week.
But the most exciting part for me at SEMA that I'm really looking forward to is the unveiling of the Ring Brothers vehicle. And I don't want to give too many juicy details away, but you guys really got to stop by.
You know, one of the primary reasons companies exhibit at the SEMA show is to introduce their products to the automotive aftermarket industry. Here are a few examples of things to expect at this year's SEMA show.
Yep, in fact, we're just wrapping up on all of that. Our goal is to be shipping all of these products in time of the SEMA show. So we've done LS conversion radiator fan combinations for Gen 2 Camaro, the Fox body, as well as the CJ and the TJ. So all these radiators will be dual pass, and they will also have the steam port valve built into the system. Of course, they'll come with an electric fan if you want that on there as well as oil coolers. So hard mount oil coolers for all those applications will be there at the SEMA show.
But it's on top of that, it's all the other brands, all the other manufacturers and people that have booths there that are taking our products and putting them on the Jeeps that they have in their booths. So you see our brand everywhere, not just where we are, but, and I'm not going to name names, but you will see it out there at SEMA. A lot of people that will have our hood latches, or our fender flares, or our performance hood, our snorkels. And one big thing that's been huge for us is this new Spartan grill. It's got the kind of angry eyes look to it. It's been huge for us. We've actually pre-sold out of our 2 first manufacturing runs before we even had them on the shelves. And we're about 50% through the 3rd run, and we still haven't gotten that one yet on the shelf. So it's been a monstrous sell for us. You'll probably see that all over SEMA.
Well, at SEMA this year, we have a variety of new products, so I'm just going to mention those as being what we have. We came out with a professional grade of carb cleaner, professional grade of brake clean, and professional grade of octane boost. Now, why it's professional grade is that we've pulled out of California and New Jersey and Idaho and the states that really had the limits on what the VOC rating would be for aerosols. Orange County, the worst; California, second worst, et cetera. They just don't want things in the air. The racer and the professional engine builder and mechanic really still can buy these products in other parts of the country. So we've come out with that line for those parts of the country. And if you've been an engine builder yourself or a racer, if you have a brake clean, for example, that is watered down, that meets the California spec, and no offense to California, but you might need 6 cans compared to 1 can, so there's a big difference. So we're showing that available in certain states, that professional grade products now of aerosols we have. And then we're also showing a new line that we just came out with called Paladin, that is going to be a second export line. And it's the same logo with the change, goes back to the low oil image of the night hood on it. And that's going to allow us to be in countries where we might have a trademark problem. Champion obviously is a common name, and you can probably think of 10 companies right away that are called Champion. We have this problem around the world where there are other companies called Champion Oil. So in those countries that we have that limitation, we've come out with a different line to protect ourselves. It also allows us the capability of having that product made in other countries like China or in the EU or in the EA or the UAE to have something made with that brand where we wouldn't be affecting the value of our brand of Champion. We just have a second brand. So we're debuting that as an export line, full media coverage, ads, e-blasts, et cetera. So those 7 products that we're going to show there of the Paladin line are new, plus the 3. So those are sort of the new things. We constantly add things. We have antifreeze that I haven't mentioned. We have bearing grease and racing grease and a lot of different kind of things. We have 350 products, so we could talk all day long about all the things that we have.
SEMA this year, we got some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline. We have a new line, brand new line of Jeep accessories, front bumper, rear bumper, brand new rack systems, going to be very unique, very strong. All of them will be American made in the USA. Some other items, we're getting into the Ford F-150. The new F-150 will be 2015 F-150. We're going to be showing some stuff for that, which is the precursor getting to the new Raptor, because anything we design for the F-150 is going to fit the Raptor. That's the enthusiast vehicle. We have to go after that one.
Welcome back to REV'N News. We're continuing with our SEMA Show preview special. Now, being a trade-only event, consumers and automotive enthusiasts have traditionally been shut out and unable to see all the cool cars, parts, and celebrities that the SEMA Show attracts.
Thankfully, those days are over. You know, with the continuous development of the outdoor areas of the SEMA Show, such as Ford Out Front, the Score Baja 1000 Experience, and the Exalta Paint Booth Demo, car junkies from all over the world can now attend and experience all the excitement and high horsepower elements of the show. This epic trade-only event takes place annually in Las Vegas during the first week of November. Now in its 48th year, the event started in 1967 in the basement of Dodger Stadium. At SEMA, there are over 2.5 million square feet of exhibits, new products, and the baddest rides on the planet. The show draws 130,000 attendees, which represent 105 countries that come to wheel and deal with thousands of manufacturers on site. This event is constantly tweaked and tuned, just like your car, and offers new attractions on site that reflect the ever-evolving spirit of our industry. Events like the SEMA Cruise, Ford Out Front, and the Score Baja 1000 Experience are just a few examples of what's to be seen at this massive event. last time I saw the folks over at Exalta were at the Automechanica event in Chicago, and they were putting on a hands-on display. We actually got to get some time inside the spray booth. What a great opportunity, and what a great chance for us to get in there and shoot some paint. But before I get ahead of myself, I'd like to bring in Harry. Harry, go ahead and introduce yourself to our REV'N News viewers, won't you?
Hi, I'm Harry Chrisman. I'm the Chromax brand manager for Exalta Coating Systems.
So here, like I was saying, last time we saw each other, we were doing the Exalta spray booth at the Automechanica. It seems as if there's always something going on at Exalta. Obviously, a lot of color explosions and a lot of excitement. Give us an idea, like the bird's eye view of what's happening with Exalta nowadays.
Well, thanks, Joe. Exalta, of course, as you know, used to be DuPont, right? And DuPont has been around for a long time. Although Exalta is a new name, and people may not know who we are, we have the history and the culture of the DuPont company.
Harry, would it be a safe question to ask how many colors are in the menu?
You could ask the question, and I could estimate. You know, our Chromax brand, which is probably our mainstream brand, we probably have over 50,000 color formulas.
Wow,
So,
I was going to say 1,000.
yeah, in our custom line, we probably have 1,000. But when you think about paint, right, what do is we have to match the paint on any car that rolls into any body shop anywhere in the world. And think about the history and how many car lines out there and how many different colors and how many variations of those colors are out there. Because it's not just, you know, one Ford red. Right, that one Ford red, there may be a dozen different variations because depending on where that paint was made, depending what year that paint was made, depending on what kind of line that paint was sprayed on for that particular vehicle, the variation is slightly different. We need to be able to match them all, every single one of them, and that's what's tough about paint.
You know, because paint isn't something that I guess any layman could take a stab at, you have to educate these folks. Not only have to give them good product, we have to teach them how to apply that. The success that you had putting the folks through the paces Automechanica, they were 10 deep to get in that spray booth. You've done something like that before at the SEMA show, if I recall. That's on tap again for the 2015 SEMA show?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have our spray booth out at SEMA again. And to tell you the truth, we really enjoy that. We enjoy taking people through the paint experience. You know, for me, the first time I did it, it's almost like handing a kid a box of crayons for the first time. You know, you get to spray color, and just people enjoy the crap out of it. So we have a lot of fun.
I personally had a chance to do that, and I had a great time as well. Well, look, Harry, thanks for bringing us up to speed. Because Harry's a part of the REV'N TV family, this won't be the first time you get a chance to hear from him. Thank you for the support, incidentally, from Exalta. Thanks for the insight. We'll have an opportunity to hopefully dance with you again at the SEMA show.
Oh, the SEMA show is going to be big this year again, and not just because it's a big event for the aftermarket, but also for McLeod this year as we've expanded our booth. We're having a whole new booth built, which will include private offices with a waiting area, and we'll be able to have private meetings. And we're really excited about our new booth this year for SEMA and our new promotions that we're going to have at the Las Vegas race, the drag race the weekend before, and also for the World Finals. But we have a lot of events that we're going to be promoting at SEMA. We have some ride-alongs at the Richard Petty Driving Experience. It's going to be at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and then, like I said, some of the private events that we have at our booth that we haven't had before. So we're looking forward to seeing this year.
Welcome back to REV'N News. You know, our final segment of the SEMA Show preview special is all about the Cruise and SEMA Ignited.
With over 1,000 amazing cars under one roof, there's a great way to see them all in action at once. This event is the SEMA Cruise.
On Friday at 4 p.m., the last day of the SEMA show, over 1,000 featured vehicles and one-of-a-kind manufacturer project cars exit the SEMA show to the delight of thousands and thousands of automotive enthusiasts who now get a chance to see, hear, smell, and feel all of the excitement of the SEMA show.
This organized procession starts out front of the Grand Lobby at the Central Hall. Our insiders tip, get there early and claim your front row seat.
This hour-long cruise leads directly across the street of the SEMA show into the Gold Lot, sparking the beginning of the epic SEMA Ignited event, the industry's premier car show and after-party. I'm here with my good friend Mike Spagnola, Vice President, Product Development, but he's the ambassador of SEMA. He's the ambassador of our industry. He's an all-around great guy. Mike Spag, say hi to our viewers at REV'N News.
Hey, hi to everybody. What a cool event here, huh?
Please.
Oh my God.
Well, a guy like you come in here with a whole different perspective. But before we get into the Grand National Roadster Show, Mike, I got to tell you and congratulate you on SEMA Ignited. What an event.
Was that not the best? I mean, for a first year, to have that many people there, to have that many celebs there, to have just, I mean, we were hoping for maybe 1/5 of that.
Yeah.
So
Let's
it
do
was.
SEMA Ignited by the numbers. How many cars do you think we got there?
I think we had about 600 cars there.
And as we looked around, there has to be, what, 10, 20,000 people there? You guys get it?
Yeah, we think close to 20,000, and we were hoping for 200 cars and maybe 5,000 people if we were lucky.
Now, that event, we're talking about SEMA Ignited, and it was located underneath a link. What a backdrop.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, to have, well, first off, you need that kind of backdrop. You need that kind of acreage to put on a car show, at least the way we wanted to do it. And then to have that Ferris wheel in the background and the link and just the lighting of Las Vegas. It was just, it was just incredible.
Not to mention, I noticed, Mike, that the folks who came to the show, they also had that ability to kind of saunter off and do some other things, whether it was have a nice little meal or a cool drink in the area adjacent to the link. It was an all-day, all-night event, so it's nice for folks to have not only a great backdrop for the event, but to have that, I guess, that diversity to kind of break away and catch a break and come back so they can experience the whole day without being exhausted.
You're right. I mean, you know, we were kind of wondering, especially doing it Friday night. I mean, let's face it, when you do the SEMA show, you know, we're there for 10 days. And so then to ask somebody to stay Friday night and go into Saturday, really, so you really, instead of packing up Friday, you're packing up Saturday and all those assets staying there. People did it. And we were hoping they would. And, you know, it costs a lot to get to the show to begin with. You know, if you're a manufacturer, it costs you so much. Staying one extra day, not that much, because you've already got your assets there, you got trucks there, you got all your booth there, you got people there. So it's one more night. And we were hoping that's what the response would be. We were overwhelmed.
I think it's a great opportunity, Joe, for a lot of people to kind of see a little bit more in depth in our industry, behind the scenes, if you will, and also kind of like what we have to offer. I think it's a good opportunity not only for the consumers to see that, but also for the manufacturers to kind of get shoulder to shoulder, face to face, belly to belly with their customer, and find out what their wants, needs, you know, what gets them excited, what gets them driven to buy the product. You know, what is it that they're looking for in terms of you know, their vehicle. They're enthusiasts. That's why they're there. They're passionate about what they do. They want to see what we're up to. They want to see what kind of builds are out there. Obviously, they want to see some of the builders and shake hands with some of the people who are in our industry, because obviously they've helped pioneer a lot of great things in the industry. And you know, having celebrities there, you know, MagnaFlow's got Mario Andretti. I mean, he's a legend. You've got you know, Richard Rawlings on his shows. So I think by having the consumers a part of SEMA is a very good opportunity for growth in our market, and you know, just trying to educate, but also get them excited, support their enthusiasm, and getting them involved with our market is just going to help us in the end, where it's just going to grow exponentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that the reality of the entire marketplace is we build parts for the consumers. You know, the end consumer needs nothing we make. You know, they don't need it to drive their car. They put the parts on because they love the parts. They love the feeling. They love the power or the sound or whatever their preference is. I'm all for talking to consumers. I could talk to those people all day long. And you know, we'll be there with our big booth with all of our products. You know, we're still working on finalizing which cool cars we're going to have. We have a stack of several cars that'll be there. Our Blackheart Mustang, I believe, will be there, and so people can sign up there for the giveaway, so they can, you know, put their name down and, you know, hopefully at some point, you know, be handed the keys to a 2015 Mustang with all the goodies on it. But yeah, I'm full support of. Anytime we as a company or a sales team can get in communication with our consumers, it's all good.
We definitely work with people that are going to be at the SEMA show as far as product sponsorship, so you'll be able to see our products actually installed in vehicles there at the show. And I got to tell you, SEMA Ignited is probably one of the most enthusiastic consumer events you can go to. Most consumer events, you're looking at, you know, a particular market segment, so whether it's street rod or performance or trucks. This is everything. Everybody's all united in the same place. And guess what? Last year, I think it was what, maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, we went out at the end and we're just handing out t-shirts just to say thank you for being in our industry.
Chris, over the years at the SEMA show, there's been this natural phenomena where folks would literally just grab their lawn chair and their coolers and wait for 5 o'clock on Friday at the SEMA show and watch these cars go. That went on for years and years and years, and then finally a light bulb moment, huh?
That's right. You know, you can look at certain things and say there's an opportunity. And what we saw there was the chance to give not only the people who are at the show, but also anybody who is willing to come in as a consumer and visit to see this incredible parade of all those unique cars and trucks rolling out of the SEMA show. They have to leave, they have to get them home. So we've organized it into a single venue right outside the convention center. It leads across the street to the lot that we host SEMA Ignited. Fantastic parade. You get to see these vehicles, you get to hear them, you smell the exhaust, you got the little burning rubber out there. It's just a hell of a lot of fun.
So guys, you essentially demanded the SEMA cruise and you got it. So for all of you folks who sat out there in lawn chairs throughout the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and 2000s, thank you, because you helped us come across the SEMA cruise. Doug, I know that the consumer element has been something that's been important for you over the years. How does the SEMA Ignited event touch and affect these consumers?
Well, I think the Battle of the Builders and Ignited were both conceived by the board to really extend the hobby to all the people that don't get to see it every day. Because one of the charges for the board and myself as the chairman of the board is to ensure that future generations get into the hobby not only as business owners but also as enthusiasts. So both of those events accomplish that goal in a great and fun fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. What better way than to let people see the best of the year rolling down the road and then get up close and personal at SEMA Ignited, be able to walk around, talk to the builders, talk to the people in the industry. It's just a great gathering and something that enthusiasts of all sorts really love.
And for those of you who won't have the chance to meet us there in Las Vegas this November, REV'N will be there. Doug, talk to us a little bit about what REV'N will be doing at Ignited.
Well, with REV'N, we're going to be walking around with our own film crews, like that guy standing behind the camera right there. And we're going to be interviewing builders, talking to people who are at the show, asking them how they feel about it, talking about the new products that they debuted at the SEMA show, and we're going to end up making a special out of it and have some fun with it. So if you can't make it, make sure you tune in REV'N and you can watch it on television.
Well, hopefully you've got excited about SEMA Ignited and you want to be a part of it. Chris, where can folks find out more?
Yeah, so the event is on Friday night, November the 6th, at the Las Vegas Convention Center. If you want to learn more about it, just go to the SEMA Ignited website. It's got all the details there. We can get you all set up.
And we're located right across the street in the Gold Lot.
That's correct.
Perfect. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you and all you there.
Well, that wraps up this episode of REV'N News. Be on the lookout for our future episodes covering our trip to the SEMA show.
And we hope to see you at this year's SEMA Ignited event on November the 6th in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we invite you to follow us on Facebook and check us out on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
You know, at REV'N News, we cover anything that revs.
This is what we're revving.
What are you revving?